Yeah, that's something.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our stream. Joining me is Caesar. Hi, Caesar.
Good evening.
And Star Trek Armada 3 is saved. We can actually carry on doing a little bit of work on it.
Hooray.
Can you try not to sound so happy, please?
I'm very sorry. I'll try,
Thank you.
Try to be a little bit less enthusiastic.
But yes, it turns out that developer mode had something going on in it, which was forcing a load of crashes with STA3. I thought it was something I'd done, and I've been punishing myself and hating myself and flagellating. And what on earth are you doing?
I've got the error capital shape ability 4, and I'm trying to skip.
Sounds like extreme masturbation.
It's never going away. It's no. That even break doesn't work. Oh god.
Never click on that.
That's gone.
Never click on that.
That's gone. Too late.
Man, I'm early. What's going down, Brandon? You good? Hello, Centurion. Hey, Ebenezer. Ebenezer says hello, Caesar.
Hello, person.
Truth be to Kaiser.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
Hey, Daniel. How you doing?
This.
Good day from the UK. Hey, Daniel. Right back at you. Also from the UK.
Die, sins.
Die sins. Yeah, we've all been there.
Sorry, it's my enthusiasm coming back out again. For the killing sins.
Right, so I suppose the first thing that I could really do with doing a bit of is I'm just going to do a random vast with all random players. Start it off. There are going to be some errors. And I should probably write all those errors down, see what they are. What's up, Alpha? How you going? And hopefully that's going to allow me to track some of these errors down that still persist. I don't think there are many now, are there, Caesar?
Not really. No.
Which I'm quite pleased about.
Aside from errors that we kind of expect, it all seems to be going according to our design. Everything
is proceeding as we have foreseen.
Yes.
Finally.
Now that Blair has graced us with his holy presence and saved us
I'm
from
so
our pain
glad.
and suffering.
Do you know, we're really, really fortunate to work or to do modding in the game that we do it in. There's so few developers that would take such an active hand with modders in the way that he does. Well, it's what I've got all the time in the world for Ironclad, as long as I don't have to play Sins of a Dark Age. Almerip says, speak quickly, I'm building a Blue Angels model for a very eager kid. What's Blue Angels? Do you know what that is, Caesar?
Sorry?
Do you know what Blue Angels is?
An angel that's blue? That really is the extent. That really is the extent of my guess.
I thought it might be like a Warhammer thing, but they're blood angels, aren't they?
Don't know. Keith.
Put that in there. We've still got that spawn ships error, which means I've miscalculated on fleet points somewhere. Alright, let's do some developer magic. We've got to change galaxy. We've got to change player. We'll make the active player AI. Then we'll come back here. We'll go overrides, all entities detected. And then we'll just let this go for a little bit. There's going to be one error that comes up regularly. And that's something that Blair's put in on purpose. So I don't need to worry myself about that one. Hey girl, this is not being streamed on Twitch. No, it's not. This is a YouTube exclusive. I can only do one or the other, I'm afraid, folks. When it comes to Twitch, if I stream to Twitch, Twitch demands 24 hours of notice. Or 24 hours of exclusivity, I should probably say. And what that means is, if I'm streaming on Twitch, they want to keep that footage just for themselves for a day. Then I can transfer it onto YouTube as a VOD if I choose to. but it's something that was it's embedded within the affiliate agreement.
To make your enemies see they were wrong to
And it's something that I glossed over initially, but now I'm aware of it.
force them
I'm going to behave.
to acknowledge your
That's
greatness.
Matthias. Thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. That's really, really lovely of you. I will eat lots of food as a result of that. There's love SDA 3. I love it and hate it in equal measure. It's a flight demonstration group for the United States Navy. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, is it like the like our Red Devils? Is that what they're called? Has Caesar passed out? Oh. Caesar just needs to restart his PC from the looks of it. Right, let's slow the match down for a moment and just take a look and see what's going on here. So we'll see that we've got the Maquis as a minor faction here.
Back.
Hey, bud.
Hello again.
The Blue Angels are a flight demonstration group for the United States Navy. Do we have something called the Red Devils?
It sounds familiar.
I'm going to look. Oh, the Parachute Regiment. No, that's not it. Red Arrows. Thank you, Sierra. Yes.
Red Arrows, yeah.
Thank you, Sierra. Right, so we've got the Maquis here. We can see that they've got various different stations. They've got a couple of defences around their world, and they also have some ships, which they're compromised of a few things. We've got the Jaegers, as you would expect, and also the Condor Light Raiders, which you also expect. But we did give them some older Starfleet vessels in order to kind of complement their fleet. So we've given them the Constant class as well, which is a kind of a TMP era design. The Saratoga, which is an offshoot of the Miranda. The Trident, this is, yes, the Trident class, which is, well, it's clearly based in some way on the Excelsior. I like it. There was something else that we had as well, wasn't there? Soyuz. Again, another Miranda variant. The Freedom class, this is probably the newest quote-unquote ship that they've got, because it's a Galaxy era design. Defunct, but and we've given them some Constitution refits as well, because it's the audience. Well, basically, everybody who plays SDA3 always wants to see more of these things. So
Why not let them? Why not let them see them blowing up?
yeah.
Yes. Was it one of Bruce's tools that he uses to check the string numbers?
Well, we can check the string numbers directly. Let me have a look.
Interested to see how to do so.
A true victory is to make
Oh,
your
my.
enemies see they were
Lord
wrong
Dark, thank you
to
so much for the
oppose
$5 of funding. That's really lovely of you. Been watching you for years now, and I love your work as well as the mod you and the team do. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I'm lucky that I've got the team around me, because I'm not that great. Right. So what I would do in order to check the string info thing is I would highlight string info, go to match case, match whole word only in here, and then click count. So the number is 12253, 12253. So theoretically, it's correct.
That's theoretically correct. Okay.
So what that means is the hero ship itself for Kern. It's Kern, isn't it? That it starts with. So if we go to K, it'll be K underscore hero underscore Kern for the ship, I expect.
Yep.
Scroll down a bit.
unless the string is case sensitive.
Which it may very well be. So what we'll do is let's just get rid of our little search function here.
That's the only.
I've gone too far. Always the same. I've gone too far. Theoretically, it should all be okay. So it's K-Kern name, which we're missing. Go back to string, we'll go to find. We would just go to wrap around for this, and let's see if we can find it. It is there, look. But is the description there? Is it the description that was missing?
It's the ship name, I'm pretty sure. So on the info card where it would say the capital ship class.
It should be working. There's no reason for it not to be.
Which is very odd.
I always wondered, says Sierra, did you learn modding and coding from scratch, or did you have some sort of qualification in coding? I've worked in IT in the past, but I just did first line support, which you don't really need any deep coding knowledge except for the language that you're speaking, which in my case was Waitrose. I say. So no, I don't have any qualifications in coding. I learnt because I liked Star Trek Armada 3 back in the early days, and I commented a lot on the things that Max was doing. That's too many. That is too many. Have you got a notepad?
I can have a notepad.
Excellent. Too many naughty Ferengi men.
I just need a pen.
Oh, mind you, half of these are destroyers. This is a new Ferengi ship, folks. Little Tokorn destroyer. We don't have many new ships for this next version, but Max did pop this in. And then we have the Decorum Marauder. I believe the Tokorn destroyer. This was made by Neph. Undying Nephilim. And this is a slightly older model, but it was made by Skyline 5 GTR, who's worked on various mods as well. How goes the job front? Not very well, I'm afraid. I still haven't found another job. One day we will. So there we go. We've got the Ferengi in there, and we should have some Bajoran scum. There they are, as well.
Right. You wanted me to note down too many naughty Ferengi.
Yes, specifically Decora. I think their planetary defense is going to be a little bit too good.
Too many naughty Decora.
That's the one.
There we go. There's a note of that.
Right, so we also have the Bajorans, scum. And they have their ships. They've got the Pericans and their usual kind of bestiary assault frigates, etc., etc. Aranthia war cruisers. I think we're quite happy with the Bajoran ships. Seems like we're zooming in too close. All right. Bajoran Aranthia war cruiser. This is another notepad. Zoom ratio. We can zoom in too far and we go into the model.
Aranthia, is it the war cruiser?
Let's just make sure. Let's see if it happens with any Bajoran ships. Just write Bajoran ships. There's a couple of them that have got a problem. The Perican will probably be okay. Oh, no, Perican's got a problem too.
Bajoran ships.
Zoom ratio.
Zoom distance too far. Or
Too close. Too close.
Too close.
Now we've chosen, with the Bajorans, to primarily give them Cardassian stations, which I think is probably not unreasonable, given that they'll have reclaimed a lot of Cardassian architecture following the the occupation, and that's because we didn't really want to make models for Bajoran tech.
Sierra, I do realise I could use a notepad rather than pen and paper, but pen and paper is far more enjoyable, and I don't know.
Speaking of modern stuff, Grozart, who many of you may know, I play games with him sometimes, and he's also been a follower of the channel for a long time. He sent me a Kindle, which I'm going to start using.
Ooh.
I'm quite excited about it. I still haven't really used it. I've charged it up, and I've made sure that it works, but I haven't read a book on it yet. I'm quite looking forward to using it. I've never used a Kindle before because I've always been. I love books, and I love that feeling of having a book in your hand and kind of seeing a book on the shelf with a bent spine because somebody's loved the hell out of it is That's, I don't know, it means something. But but at the same time, Kindles are quite convenient because you can perfectly legally, wink wink nudge nudge, download new books.
Yeah, no, my mum was quite fond of her Kindle. Less strain on the eyes because of the way the screen works.
Yeah, I've got one without a backlight. I've got one of the older ones, which is quite nice.
Yep.
I don't like things with a really strong backlight if you're trying to read.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's why people like Discord with the dark mode, not the light mode.
Who uses Discord with light mode?
Exactly.
Who uses Discord with light mode? Speaking of Discord, make sure you check out the links in the description below. I do have a personal Discord for my channel, which I'm quite fond of. Oh, Bane's here. I'm going to add Bane to the call. Here goes the neighbourhood.
Hello.
All right, Ben. How you going?
Oh, not bad. How are you?
Oh, all right, all right. Let's just make sure that your voice is at the correct volume. Keep talking at me.
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
God, you're so
4,
loud.
5, 6, 7, 8. Who do you appreciate, babe?
You pleb.
Hi, Caesar.
Hello, Ben.
How you doing, bro?
Got to turn him down. I've got to turn him down.
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
It's good. I'm so glad that all three of us managed to fix the issue of Armada 3, right?
Yeah.
It was all us. that intensive testing really helped.
It makes you feel a little bit inadequate, doesn't it?
It just reminds me of the Linkin Park song. I tried so hard, I got so far, but in the end,
It wasn't our fault.
didn't even matter.
I should also give you that, which is that particular Discord invite that I've just sent is to the Stellar Parallax Discord. We'd love it if you join us on there as well. Stellar Parallax is the name of our modern group. So you'll see things to Ages of the Federation and Star Trek Armada 3 in there, and if we ever do any other products afterwards, God forbid, they'll be in there as well. Caesar, are we getting any balance changes from Rob's list into this patch?
Did that question come from Trekker? Oh, yes.
Yes, it does. We did some, didn't we, Caesar? But we talked about it, and there were others where disagree.
I've already spoken about it with Rob. There's a lot of changes that he proposes that I don't think are necessary. Those changes that I think that are relevant, I primarily have already done.
We changed the. I think we mentioned that in a previous stream. We changed the Romulans primarily litigation-wise, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just because they could use a little bit of a nerf. Teeny bit.
Right, so we're we're not all that far from where we kind of want to be with this release, especially given that it's not crashing or otherwise causing itself mischief or issues now.
Crying out in agony.
Yeah. What's 1,000 words? I heard their cries.
Does this mean I should revert the Klingon cloak back to the old Klingon?
Well, it works as it is, so we don't need to concern ourselves.
Fine. It's fine.
We do not need to concern ourselves. Now, there are still some things that I've kept in this build. For example, the capturable ships. You know, the semi-derelict capturable, the Mary Celestes, as I like to call them.
Of the world.
So if you happen into a system with a ship that's just kind of spinning on its axis, like this one, you'll be able to capture this. So it includes a frigate that I'm looking at, one of the Tholian vessels. Those are still in. We've got a Lenora and a Griffin over here, which I think are doing the same. They are. But a lot of the spawn-in stations aren't present anymore. Which does mean that it gives us the opportunity to think about how they might fit into a minor race, or a minor faction, I should say. An example I was making, I think I was on the phone to Keith earlier when I said it, is Hirogen. So we might make a Hirogen minor faction that can turn up on your map, much like the Maquis or the Ferengi or the Bajorans here. And we'll give them an ability that is connected to the stations that they have.
Yes.
And as most of you, if many of you have played the new Minor Factions DLC, what happens is you send your envoy over to a minor faction. The goodwill ability on that envoy, it kind of captures the faction on your behalf, and then when you click on their planet, there are certain abilities that you'll be able to cast. That could be buying or selling ships, buying or selling materials. It could be having them dispatch a raiding fleet to your enemies. It could be any number of things, really, but those are the type of abilities that you're going to be able to cast using minor factions. Now, the Herodian dispatch hunting party, that kind of stands to reason anyway, doesn't it?
Yes.
But the other thing I'd like to do is something involving the communication network. Because we've got that big Herodian comm station, haven't we?
We have indeed.
So I'll have that.
Did we use that? I don't think we've ever used it.
We did use it. It was a potentially spawnable station. Like one of the, the capturable stations.
Yes.
So it is ready, and what I'll do is I'll just make it a standard planet module. I'll have it spawn around the Herodian own world just for flavour.
Oh, I need to fix the Nemesis map still. That's something that needs to be done.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Sierra, specific. The bug that you're thinking of is when Kern in the 1.92 version, when he tries to call in his attack wing, so extra ships, that currently crashes the game in the 1.92 release version. We've already fixed it here, so nothing to be concerned about with that one. And that's because the code, or the lines of code that deal with spawning new ships in, they've changed a little bit, so we had to change all those for this version.
Which we did.
Hey, Draconian, don't forget Caesar's here as well.
Right, Draconian.
Sometimes.
So, on and off.
To be fair, Caesar's probably around more than me these days. I'm not around that much.
One thing that I did want to look at is... I'm pretty sure there was a texture.
Oh God, twist.
Oh God, twist.
There you go.
Oh, have you got camera twist on?
It was on by default for some reason. Yeah, it's terrifying.
What's up, Mighty General? How you going? Well, I'm loading up Photoshop, so my entire computer might just burn.
No, it'll be fine.
It really negatively affects Discord, you know. Like when I load Discord up, it goes like blah, 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 blah. Discord. It's really worrying. Right, so the projected races that we currently have logos for, we've already got 3 of them in, which are the Bajorans, the Maquis, and the Ferengi. We've also got 2 more race logos already done, which is Obsidian Order and Section 31. What do you think of those 2? That's to you 2.
Oh, was that to us?
Yeah.
I thought it was like asking the audience. You have to like specify.
Well, them too, but you've got to engage.
What, the logos or the factions?
He's asking whether we like the pretty logos.
The concept for a minor faction, dealing with those. And
yeah.
It's good. It's a good, I suppose, workshop exercise for us to discuss what kind of abilities they might have as well.
Indeed.
Now, we suggested that Section 31 and the Obsidian Order, they're probably going to be not too dissimilar in their practical applications, are they?
No.
I
Because-
would suspect not.
Spy organisations.
Black
that
Ops,
like,
yeah.
assassinate people. Black Ops, yeah.
And one of the things that we suggested might be quite fun, if you own that and you have an enemy ship, say, traversing through your system, you would be able to click on the Obsidian Order or Section 31 planet, give them and use what's a sabotage ability on that ship, which instantly kills whatever ship you click on.
Nice.
Excepting certain instances, like not Titans, for example, because that would just be OP.
Oh, yeah, you should probably limit it to. Would you want it to kill capitals?
No.
Probably not. I think Frigs and
A
Cruisers
true victory
is probably the
is
right
to
thing.
make your enemies see they were wrong to oppose
Unless
you
it was
in the first
prohibitively
place.
expensive.
To force
No.
I mean, it would be very powerful if it killed capitals, I think.
It would, particularly against
full
Romulans.
stop. Full stop, I'd say no, because if you want to get, if you get your capital ships up to level 8, sort of plus, and you're thinking, yes,
yeah, it's such a travesty to lose them to a gimmick, isn't it?
Irrespective of how expensive that is, getting it nuked straight away for just, and there's nothing you can do about it is entirely
Also, a quick
unfair.
thank you to Admiral Broker. Thank you very much for the 10 Canadian dollars. The founders are pleased with your progress. Please accept this white as a token of the continued faith in your abilities. It's Blair's abilities this time, really. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Blair fixed it. We tried to fix it.
We did try and
We all
fix it.
tried very hard. Many hours were spent.
Yeah, so we'll do that for frigs and cruisers. Now, there's also the obvious spying application that we could potentially use. Given that I kind of want to use that with the Hirogen anyway, do we want to have that on them as well?
I think the issue is, like, there are two factions that already can spy quite a lot, so it depends what level of spying it is.
Yeah, so we might have to think of different and definitive abilities for both of these.
Yeah, because, like, the Romulans and the Cardassians can already spy pretty much everywhere. Because communication stations are a thing.
They can. I thought about having one do a buff and one do a debuff. Like, say, Section 31 would implant agents on your ships, which would increase their abilities for a period of time within a radius of the ship that you selected.
That could work.
And
or you could have, like, an area of effect sabotage ability.
that could also work, yeah.
Like, they deploy some kind of, I don't know, gravimetric bomb that slows all ships or something like that. Or gravimetric field or something. You know, they sabotage something. Somewhere.
Yeah, we could certainly look at that. But and then we'll also we'll have a go at getting the Hirogen in as well, which are primarily going to be spying, and again there'll be a raiding party, or a hunting party, I should call it. Are there any other minor factions that we might have an interest in? Let's just make sure that... Yeah, okay, that's not a problem. Just letting this test go on in the background.
We did have a chat about whether we do the Borg guys.
The Freed Borg?
Yes. Is it collective?
No, the Borg Collective is the normal one, isn't it?
No, not the collective.
Cooperative.
Cooperative. Yes.
The
We
co-op.
could do a Borg Cooperative, yeah.
Yeah.
What would they bring to the table? Except
Borg.
for powerful ships. Except for the fact that they're Borg.
Yeah, they're Borg.
I suppose you could have an adaptation thing. You could have, say, Borg Cooperative... I don't want to call them drones because they're not drones anymore, but you could have Borg Cooperative members given to your ships, which increases your shield mitigation for a limited amount of time or something like that.
Yeah, I like that. That was where I was going to go with it.
Or hull repair.
Or hull
Or
repair,
hull
yeah,
repair,
but
yeah.
also good.
Hull repair or shield support.
What's up, Rob? How you going?
Plus, it's not.
Lexi says, holy
that-
crap, I made it to alive. Hey, Lexi.
It's not that unrealistic, actually.
I mean, it's not, what's his name from Voyager?
Harry Kim.
No, not Harry Kim, the drone.
Oh, advanced of advanced.
Mr.
20.
Mr. 26th Century Borg. Or century it was.
Yeah, 20. Was it 27? I don't know.
Something.
It was some ridiculous in the future Borg. Super Borg.
It's Ruffalo doing wiggling his way to victory over here.
Uber Borg. Mr. I have enhanced your systems as far as I can.
A bit too much Borg.
Get a better ship, please.
What are we going to do for
that
the...
plot, though.
Did you choose one for the Marquee? What's the benefit of the Marquee?
They're also going to be raiders, really.
Yeah, Marquee Raiders.
There are two different types of raids that the base game factions kind of generate. You can either have just a straight raid, which is combat ships going to a particular area of your choice, or against a faction of your choice. And you can also do what's called an assault raid, which deploys some normal combat ships and also planetary assault ships.
He's got the wiggle on there, hasn't he?
Yeah, Ruffalo's going for it. He's like, look at me, bubble butt. Bubble, bubble, bubble butt. Bless him. What's going on over here?
I'm kind of glad that SCA3 is working again now, because it's, you know, people.
Me too. Honestly, I was devastated about the fact that it wasn't working correctly. It really it impacted me more than it had any right to do so. Like, you know, you feel like a bit of an idiot sometimes.
Well, to be fair,
when things impact you that they shouldn't.
You've done like 70% of the update, which is credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But I was really hurt, I suppose. He's got to be the word. I was really hurt about the fact that it just wasn't working, and the fact that I couldn't fix it. It was beyond my ability, and that was a bitter pill to swallow. I'm really, really glad it's going again now. We've also got all the what are they called? The Outlaws. Using the Outlaw Sectors DLC. They're all working correctly now. The War in Heaven is over.
Oh, but I miss it.
Christian would have revelled in the War in Heaven. He'd have loved that.
Everybody fighting everybody. It was all good.
Hey, girl, can you do a playthrough of
Hegemania?
Hegemonia? I don't know. Legions of Iron. I'm not even sure what that is. Can you describe it to me?
You can play it off my Steam because I've got both of them.
Oh.
It's a strategy game. It's a space strategy game. It's very good actually.
Oh, in that case, I'll have a look at it. Yeah, I will have a look at it, Mighty General.
You have to decide if you want to.
Because this sounds distinctly like I don't have to pay for it.
Earth or Mars? Is this the Expanse?
Oh.
If only the Expanse was a computer.
I imagine an Expanse game. Oh, that'd be so like an RPG style or a semi-RPG space sim. It'd be oh yes.
I take it you've watched all
the hell with Star Citizen. Just give me the Expanse.
I don't think I've seen the third series.
Have you not seen the third series? Oh my god!
No, I don't think I do because I don't think it's been online.
It's good. It's a slow burn. Starts off a bit slow and then it gets incredible.
Yeah, the third series it's good.
I'm honestly not sure. I know I watched the first and second series.
What was the last episode? Just saw what happened in it.
You're still going to remember that?
It was ages ago. Yeah. Hang on. Let me have a look at the season 2 because I'm pretty sure it's season 2 I saw. Let's see. 5 episodes. Crew of the Rocinante face to face. Yes, I think it was that one. Yeah. No, it's season 2 I watched. And
yeah. No.
When I finished season 2, season 3 hadn't yet come out.
Have you become Australian? What's happening?
Oh, I told you. The Canterbury lingo is wearing off on me.
Yeah.
Remember the Cant.
Yeah. No.
Remember the Cant.
Remember Immanuel Kant.
So yeah, awesome. You should watch season 3. It's on Amazon. Right.
Yeah, I know. I also need to watch Man in the High Castle season 3. What is it with me in season 3?
What is it with you in season 3? Do you know what I watched recently? And I just thinking for Amazon. I watched Sneaky Pete, and I quite enjoyed that.
You say Sneaky Pete?
Yeah, it's a series called Sneaky Pete.
Is he sneaking?
Is it about someone?
He's a con man.
Ah.
It's very, very good. It's got Bryan Cranston in it as well.
I mean, you're already selling it to me with just Bryan Cranston.
I do like him
you don't need to provide any additional context.
I forget the main actor's name, but he's really, really good as well. Check it out. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Check it.
Chris, you Amazon, aren't you?
No, I had to let go of Amazon Prime. It was just costing too much monthly. Given my current financial state, it's not wise, you know.
You can use mine for at least 2 months.
Am I just going to be using everything of yours?
Pretty much that's what we do. That's what brothers do, man. They just share stuff.
Right, so what we now need to look at is we need to look at these minor factions and how they work. Because I can't remember.
Is the ship the Bane still on there? Yes, they have not got rid of the Star Destroyer, as much as it triggers Hobbsy.
But they're trying to.
They're trying to, but they'll know that I'll just put it back. I worked hard on that.
I mean, slow down there, Rob. It's not released yet, but it's no longer crashing.
Still plenty of work to do.
Indeed.
There's always stuff to do. Right. fixing the Nemesis event, which I did try the new buff chain, but it still doesn't work. It's very annoying.
I think I removed it all anyway. Not gonna lie.
I mean, we don't need the Nemesis event anymore. It's called Utopia now. Was it Utopia? No, it wasn't Utopia. What am I talking about? Uprising, that was it. Nemesis was so lost. Was so 20. I don't know, 17. When did we release Nemesis?
Okay, so let's find this.
It was 2017.
Jesus Christ.
I think it was 2017. I think I'm pretty sure it was December 2017.
Oh, it hurts. I don't like knowing that.
Nemesis would have been the last version if there hadn't been a new DLC released.
January 30th, 2018.
Oh, there you go. It was a bit late, past Christmas.
Yeah. Best of both worlds, Nemesis and TFF.
Online 2019 there, so. Anything above 2019? Yes, there is. Bollocks. Okay. So to all intents and purposes, what we need to do is we need to create some minor faction templates now. Which of course we do have in our own file. Galaxy Scenario Def. Lot of players. And here we've got our minor factions. And here are our groups.
There's stuff and things.
I bet I get this wrong.
Oh, dear.
So let's take a look. So we've got minor faction 0, minor faction 1, and minor faction 2. We've already got that. Let's grab this one. Add an additional player here. This will, of course, become minor faction 3.
Number 3.
Give him an IDS. Who should we do first? Section 31. Okay. Override race name is likely to be Federation, I expect. We haven't override the race name, so let's call them Section 31. Override race name is indeed going to be Federation. Oh no, I lied. I'm almost certainly going to get this wrong. How about a different coloured ships for section 31? I don't think that's what we. I don't think we'll bother doing that. Then we can grab this, copy it down here, change this group to 4.
Oh, Chris, later you should check my Facebook. I'll put up a wicked video on there of Jim.
Do I know Jim? I think I met Jim.
At the gym.
Oh, at the gym. Yeah, you were telling me about that. About you being a sexy beast or something.
Yeah, you should look at it. I think because you haven't seen me for a while in person, but I think you will see a difference when you watch a video. I think you'll be like, "Yeah, well done, mate."
Right, so section 31. What kind of ships do you think we'd be giving them?
I would say small numbers of advanced Federation ships.
Okay.
I would say if we are going to give them capital ships, I would say a single sovereign. 2 Akiras and 3 Defiants. A small but elite militia.
Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships out of it. There you go. Right, so what I need to do now is find Akira. See if we've already got something for that. No, that's a Borga simulated Akira. Ah, here we are. A couple of Akiras. If this works, I'll be bloody flabbergasted. Right, let's change the hustle. And colony number 1 to Akira's. And we want to find a sovereign as well, you said, didn't you?
I'd say, yeah, a single sovereign. Small but elite. Which would befit an organisation that's meant to be operating discreetly.
Ooh, do we want Defiant classes or anything like that?
On what, for which faction?
Section 31.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
They'd probably favour smaller, more nimbler ships as a whole.
Okay, so we'll have, say, 3 Defiants.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you got two Akiras, 3 Defiants.
Would they have the Akira thinking about it? I'm not sure they would.
No, I mean it's an advanced vessel. Is sort of
it is, but I think they favour speed over necessarily firepower. So I think you should give them I would say things like Defiance.
My only issue with going too heavy into Defiance is that Defiance are warships, not necessarily intelligence vessels.
Oh, that's a bloody good idea. I think Centurion has had a good idea. I think I'm going to replace the Sovi with a Prometheus.
Yeah, I reckon so. Defiant, yeah. Prometheus, and then mid-tier cruiser.
Potentially, you could say Intrepids. Intelligence.
There isn't a Prometheus.
Yeah, I would say that makes more sense. Intrepid, Defiant, and what you mean Prometheus? I can make you a Prometheus.
It's alright. I just need to.
Do you want me to make you a Prometheus cruiser?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I can do it.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. I'm just trying to be helpful.
We just accept that everything's fine.
So if I come up to yours, Chris, does that mean we go to the gym together?
Sure.
What's your gym like? Has he got a swimming pool?
One of them has, the other one hasn't.
Oh, you got 2 gyms. You got wait, you're a member of 2 gyms?
Well, I'm not a member anymore because I can't afford the monthly membership fee, so I play it by ear. All right, so we put the TFF Federation Capital Prometheus in there, and FCAP Prometheus. There it is. Let's rename. Copy. Shit, I've lost it. There it is. Prometheus, and we need to add an additional planet item type in. So that moves up to 480. But he lost it now. There it is. And let's change the Sovereign to Prometheus. I'll leave the Akira's in for the minute. We can always change that later on.
I feel like I should make a cruiser variant of Prometheus.
Have to change some of the abilities as well,
I can do that.
so that they're no longer intrinsic. What was I doing? I was doing something. I remember what I was doing.
I need to work out where this theme group comes from. I have a feeling that the theme group, let's go back, let's go into, yeah, okay, oh.
It comes from the moon.
Probably does. So let's go Control F, find in files, don't replace anything with it, oh shit, cancel. Okay, so we need to find this in documents. My games, iCloud games, Seeds of a Solar Empire, Oz 1.85 dev, STA3 Nemesis, and in the window file, find that. No hits. So where does a fucking theme group come from? Right, now I'm confused about the theme group.
Oh, talking of Section 31, Chris, I never asked your opinion of the Discovery Section 31.
It's alright. I didn't like the last episode,
cool.
I thought it was poor.
Oh, the last episode?
Yeah.
My
one great gripe with Discovery so far this season has been their just unnecessary congratulation. Oh, you're wonderful, you're the best. Oh, you know exactly who you are. You know exactly who you were born to be. Fuck off, you're in Starfleet. Get a fucking grip and do your job, you dick tits. We don't need that much positive reinforcement. We can feel positive about characters without being told to feel positive about them by the other character who's talking to them. It's treating the audience like children, and it really annoys me.
Something we will probably need to do is go through the Klingon ships and make sure they haven't got double Nem low life. Because I'm assuming if they've got the 2 abilities assigned to them, they're costing double upkeep when they shouldn't be.
Why would that have changed?
Because of the.
What file's that in, Bruce?
No, the low life stuff was part
As
of
in,
the cloak.
Solid
yeah,
use
I
of
know,
dick
but
to-
that's
Thank
my
you,
point.
thank you.
Like for example, the Katinga has both Nem low life tier 2 and K ability Klingon cloak, which also contains a Nem low life buff.
Wait. Shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's my point. I'm assuming because that's its own ability, which would have its own low life buff, it's costing double upkeep. I'm assuming. There's
yeah,
no.
it will be. If it's,
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was supposed to.
I shall have the look at the ships now.
So it's just a case of going through, I think, and making sure they haven't got both the Klingon cloak and the passive low life, and taking
I'll do it now.
double upkeep. All right, cool.
I should do it now. I should do something while instead of just bumming around really watching Chris.
You could be fixing the Nemesis event, babe.
I hate that. I hate that. Do you know how much I've looked at that? I already hate it. That just makes me sad. Why you do this?
Maybe we should ask Blair.
I'm sure I can get it to work again. It's just not killing all the planets. It's sad. I changed basically the only thing that needed to change in the buff change should have been the first one, which I changed to the new type, but it still doesn't work. And now he's sad. He's so sad.
Okay then. Right, let's open this with Notepad, close that. Right, I think I know what I'm doing now.
Excellent.
Open this. I knew I shouldn't have closed it. Thanks, Bruce. Did you know that the new Picard show will be in the prime timeline? I'm holding my breath for that show. I'm concerned. And what I don't want them to do is...
I don't want to break everything, he says.
I don't want them to radically change the outlook of Picard so much that he becomes unrecognisable. And we know with certain productions, like Star Wars, that can happen, which is not ideal. We've got picture icon, overlay icon. Looks like the largest picture is the one furthest left. Oh, that's fine. What we can then do is we can grab this, go to here, which is 741 it starts at. And we know this is one that is furthest left, so maybe it's 740 actually.
It may have just been the Katinga that had that issue.
I'm pretty sure. I think the Kvek had it as well.
And the D12 has it.
Maybe 740. That's fine. All of these could actually stay the same, which is fine. Okay, so the next one.
He's having fun.
Look at that far. Okay, it looks like the...
No, the Quebec doesn't have it, mate.
icon and planet icon are both the same.
Kvek? No. No, not the Kvek, the Kavort. Sorry.
Yeah, the Cavort has it. I'll fix that now.
Yep. Sorry.
Let's just remember this.
And I think I know why, and I shall now fix that as well. You should have code 2.
185, 295. So.
In fact, it had to run upkeep anyway because it had the cloak 1 instead of cloak 2.
Right.
It should have cloak 2. So that
So
should now
850.
be fixed. I just fixed it. It's actually 3 ships. 3 ships. Yeah. Good spot, sir. Good spot.
Is there any way to turn off culture? No, but you can slow it down significantly, Lance. Okay, 295 and then 356. So we need to add 61 on to 740. I'm alright about this. 850.
There is no way to. Well, you can put culture to low, Lance, but you can't turn culture off completely. Someone be messaging you on Steam.
That could work. That might work. Okay, let's have a go. Who is your favourite Gull? Like Ducat, Damar, etc. I think Gull is the most interesting character of them all.
Ducat.
Hmm?
You mean Ducat?
No?
You mean Ducat? Gull's a rank. Gull's a rank. Gull is a rank.
It is. Let's do single player. We'll do a nice big map.
Which is about time to tell you that I've pushed something.
In what file, my friend?
I'll just change to kill the ships. I just wanted to see.
I wouldn't mind if you did. Alright, so I may have just put section 31 in, if it works.
Oh no. Oh dear, no. I need to go moisturise my arm.
What? Oh, yeah. Tattoo, yeah.
Yes. Skin peeling.
Yeah, I think of the girls, Ducat is he's got certainly the most interesting and complex character. I would argue that Garrick, he's got the least character arc in many ways, although he's dazzling as an actor. Oh shit! Oh yeah,
I'm a Damar fan. I've got to be honest.
And I think Damar has got the greatest character arc. Because he goes from...
He goes from arsehole to legend.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oh, shit.
All converted by alcohol, I will add as well.
I broke the game.
Why you do this?
Although I do think it's because there's a string. We'll try putting the string in.
That is correct, Hayden. That is what I said. Gold is a rank. See you, Centurion. Bye-bye.
Right, let's see if that works now. Would you guys willing to change the Constellation to the Olympic? No, we wouldn't. The Constellation is probably my favourite ship. How long am I going to stream? Don't know. Until I get bored. Probably not for more than about another hour. Fat Bud Wilson. I like the name. Codian asks, Bane, are we likely to see you return to streaming?
No. Unless, I might like appear on goal streams, but I won't be streaming myself or YouTubing in. Sadly, I'm quite content just being Chris's brother from another mother.
I'm starting to feel like I've missed a step.
Did you remember to sacrifice 6 goats to Hades?
Oh, I've done something bad here. 0 Def Index gameplay constraints system.
Also, Draconian, I spend an unhealthy amount of time down the gym now, so I never really have time to do anything else other than work out.
And then come home and then cry about aching and sleep, and then go to the gym again the next day.
Pretty much. Well, I'm currently out of work, so I am looking for a job like Mr. Goal. So my life is gym, sleep, gym, sleep, gym, sleep.
How many minor factions are we allowed?
Very large steak, sleep, gym, sleep.
Do you know what? I don't have much steak. It's mainly chicken breast. You know, it's like
Oh yes, indeed.
chicken breast and like vegetables mainly, like Brussels sprouts.
I'm concerned that there might be a limit.
The lighter protein.
The lighter protein. No, I still have steak now and again. Like it's more of a treat now, though.
Mm-hmm. How many have you got already, Gol? Because I seem to recall Corey fearing a limit and being told that there basically wasn't really one. I would have
We've got
to scroll
4 at
on
the
to
moment.
find that. Yeah, I don't think that should be an issue.
I think so, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there a limit to NPC players? Oops.
Gold and Bane, depending on what kind of work we want. In my workplace, I needed IT people. Where is your workplace, though, Draconian? That is the question. If it's located in Birmingham,
I believe Draconian works from home.
oh, if he's working from home, then I'm available.
Is it possibly because I've limited down here the number of NPC militia player count per galaxy? Let's just move that up a couple and see. Hack it! I could do some 7 days a little bit later. Not a problem. Probably not for about another half an hour or so. I do want to try and get this manufacturing working. Here's the other big question. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready for your big questions. Which faction am I most excited to play? In STA 3 or in AOTF? Because personally, if it's STA 3, I'm most excited to play the Packlid.
Romulans for me. Always Romulans.
Why am I going to kill you? What have you done, Liam? Ooh, there's something in the gameplay constants I need to change. Yeah, okay. Right. I don't know where though. Done it. Ah, bloody hell, look, we didn't give this. This is why, this is the problem. I missed a step. There we go, folks. Knew we'd work it out in the end by actually reading the error. Probably should have done that to start with, shouldn't I? So in the gameplay constants we need this. This minor faction player def count will move up to 4, of course. It's no longer Maxi? Yeah. Maxi Rebels. Player def name, section 31. No abilities yet, but we will have them. Now that we've done that, we'll save. We'll move this NPC factions down to... And we'll start again. Hopefully that's going to solve the problem. I forgot that Gold Voice is a Packlid ship in A3. You found that, did you? Loving the music tonight. So have you got any ideas about the things that you would like to look at and change before we release this next version of STA 3?
Talking to us?
Yeah.
Well, I've got to get the Nemesis event working. That's my main thing.
Oh yeah, Nemesis event. Yeah, that's definitely a big one. Anything on your end, Caesar?
I'm not sure, really. I've primarily done the changes that really grated me. I think the Borg invasion is still something that needs fixing.
I should warn you that a lot of the Borg invasion stuff was removed during my purge.
Okay, wonderful.
So you might need to remake it.
I'll let Rick know, and he can have a field day. He was who I was principally relying on there. Other than that, not really. I'm generally satisfied.
I'm fairly happy in the great scheme of things as well. Now that this is working, I've just got to get the minor factions tooled up, ready to go. Between us as developers, we should really have a good chat about the kind of abilities that we'd want to give the minor factions, and indeed actually come up with a definitive list of the minor factions that we want. Let's go. Change galaxy, override all entities detected. Zoom out a smidge. Bloody hell, the bad luck of that. We haven't got a pissing Section 31 minor faction. Have we? That's really, really poor luck. Let's have another go. Did Blair find the bug the other day? He did. Who's ringing on my door at this time of night?
I don't know. It's a very good question.
Excuse me. Appears to have been one of my upstairs neighbours with fat finger syndrome.
Oh. Meaning he got the wrong door?
Clearly he was unable to click on the right one.
Excellent.
Isn't that strange, the fact that we're not getting Section 31 spawning? I find that very bizarre.
I feel like Max is the better person to direct that sort of query to.
There's got to be a good reason for it.
I suspect so. I feel like I'd be saying a very, very bland and potentially obvious statement, but is there anything that involves sort of ensuring that it can spawn?
No, it's set up to be able to spawn.
Okay. Like there's not a specific, this minor faction can spawn anywhere in the game files.
What's up? He dead. I'm not dead.
Who's
What's
dead?
up, Brian? Saying I'm dead.
Oh, he dead.
Damn. Oh, hang on. I thought there might be some kind of integer where I had to define the types of planets where they'd be allowed to spawn. Doesn't appear that that's the case.
Okay.
I'll check it with Max anyway. It's not harming the game in any way, which is good. The minor factions are off. They're going everywhere. I could. No, I won't do. I won't do anything silly for the time being. We've got section 31 in there, which is fine. Planet owner is correct. Colonized chance is 1. Yep. Planet owner is minor faction with faction name. Section 31. That seems correct. I'll keep. This all seems correct.
Huzzah.
Same minor faction. Yeah. Why can't we have some meats? Why can't we have some meats?
What about them? They're fresh.
Yeah, fresh. What about their legs? They don't need those.
Just a little bit off the back.
Yeah, just a nibble.
I found out, as I was watching Return of the King, and we were wondering if at the very end of the film, you had Mr. Pumpkin Man, and one of the people I was with thought it was Andy Serkis, and so we were looking up, and I found out that orc is actually played. Why can't we have some meat? That is Andy Serkis.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Why not?
I had no idea, but yeah. That is one of the, I think, like 4 characters he plays throughout the Lord of the Rings series. Which is, it's quite funny.
Well, I like Andy Serkis. He's a good egg.
Oh, indeed, yeah.
Oh. Single player. Do a great big map. Let's just go for it. I've moved the potential number of AI minor faction spawning upwards a smidge, just to see if I can force spawn it. They are not for eating, says Brookout. Time for the vegan convention. Looks like beets are back on the menu, boys.
Guess I'll be killing myself then.
Beat me is brilliant. That's pretty much my life at the minute, to be honest with you, Brocode. I've had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
It probably wouldn't do me any good to tell you I have port on my shelf then.
I've got an amazing bottle of whiskey from Grosart.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having a drink of it, but I'm
Saving it.
yeah, well, it's a slippery slope drinking by yourself. And being as I'm unemployed, I'm stuck in the house all day. It's probably a really bad idea for me to start slugging whiskey by myself, isn't it?
It probably sets a bad precedent. That's all I will say on the matter.
Hello, section 31. Hello, section. Why are you spawning, you
Mr.
bastard?
Section 31. Anyone home?
Where are your nuclear vessels?
Oh, that didn't go quite as well as I hoped.
Well, I wanted to change the planet zoom ratios as well. You know, there are some planets when you zoom out, they go into empire. You know, the bracket around the planets,
Yes.
which shows ships and that kind of bollocks. That's got like a zoom mult on each planet type, and some of them you come into the bracket sooner than others, and it really fucks me off.
Okay.
We should fix that.
Okay.
Section 31 ain't having none of it. They're not spawning. Wait. Wait.
Wait just 1 minute.
Wait. No, I was wrong.
Okay then.
Nah.
Yeah, nah. You was wrong. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah. Oh, I don't know why they're not spawning. I'll ask Max. He's got a fairly good handle on these minor factions.
Maximus.
I think he's out in a minute though. But yeah, we'll make some more of those and then we'll discuss abilities. So what you do is, once you've taken control of the planet with... in fact, I can show you what you do. Let's go to spawn entity, active player, frigate. It doesn't really matter who. What's the envoy? No, it's got to be a frigate. It's got to be. Let's go for Klingon because that'll be the Konos, won't it? There it is. So this bad boy here, what he'll do is he'll do peace and goodwill to the planet. Even at the game, section 31 is saying it doesn't exist. I know. So once he's cast goodwill on a planet, as long as he stays near the planet and he continues to cast goodwill, we own that planet now. All of this is ours. Isn't that nice? These ships we can't control directly. But what we can do is... these guys will help out as and when. And the other thing that you're able to do is when you click on the planet, there will be a number of ability slots here that we can fill up and give them interesting things or interesting ways to help us out. So the Bajorans here, they could send... what do the Bajorans do? They could make earrings to increase trade locally. Or something. Where will I get a new version of SDA3? Well, there isn't a new version at the moment. There will be fairly soon from the looks of it. And it will be soon. It will be on ModDB. Unfortunately, Steam doesn't have a workshop for Sins, which is a bit sad. But yeah, overall, things are looking okay, except for the fact that I can't get Section 31 to spawn. Fucking! But we'll message
Bastards!
Max. Fucking shit! But we'll message Max about that later. I'm sure there's some step that I've missed somewhere. And it's probably a really super duper obvious step.
It always is with this sort of thing.
We've got the player themes in, which is fine. We've got the minor faction itself sat up in the GSD up here. In Wild Theory, we're pretty much where we want to be. We've also got this in the gameplay constants. Anything else in the gameplay constants I need to be aware of?
No.
That look like it, does it? Nah, I think we're good. No, yeah, no.
No.
Much higher NPC player count per galaxy in AOTF's version than there is in ours. So that's something to be aware of. But we'll check out the racks. I think what I'm going to do now is I think I'll end this stream now that we're starting to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and play some 7 Days to Die over on Twitch.
Nice.
I've been quite enjoying that lately. You know, there's a limit to what you can do in it. I think like any cooperative game, it's kind of got a shelf life, but it's still fun. Real talk, Intrepids for Section 31. Yeah, it's also not a bad idea. I'll think about it. But yeah, keep your eye out. I'd say I don't want to give a definitive time scale for this, but we're no more than a few weeks away, I think, from a release candidate now.
With any luck, yeah.
So check back every couple of weeks, and you'll see something soon.
I'm probably inclined to say the likeliest outcome will probably be 1.94 once 1.94 is finished.
I think that is a good idea.
Shortly after then will be when we probably release.
That's true. There are also some improvements to 1.94 that I know Max is taking advantage of over in AOTF. Now he asked me earlier on in the day if I wanted him to do it to STA3 as well. And they're specific warp flashes for each vessel type. So, like, you know, you can get nacelle flashes, basically, is what it gets at. I've been non-committal so far, but is that something that we want to try and get Max to do?
Depends how long it would take him.
Yeah.
Alright, well, he's out at the minute, so we can't ask him that right now. We'll ask him that over the next couple of days, and if it's a fairly brief process for him to do, if it's not difficult, then maybe we say yes.
Okay.
Perhaps.
But if it's something that's going to take him a lot of time and effort that could be better used elsewhere, then we'll say no.
Yep.
Right?
I'm fine with that.
Alright, fellas. Well, I'm going to leave that here. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. It's mostly just been us chatting away, really. More than anything else. But I'm quite happy with that.
And you struggling to get a minor faction to work.
I mean, yeah, well, that's standard. I always struggle during during a stream. I do everything wrong, and then after the stream, like, what a piece of map generation right there. Anyway, yeah, I tend to like fix things very, very quickly after I finish the stream because I realise what I was doing wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. But the fact of the matter is, it's not crashing, and I'm so happy. So happy.
Praise Blair.
Hey, Basil. Yeah, praise Blair indeed. Absolutely. As I say, we as modders, we couldn't ask for a better company or company's game to be modding for. Just because of the way that, particularly Blair, he interacts with the modders. He says, what do you want in the next version? What's missing for you as modders right now? And he'll actually directly kind of speak to modders, kind of over Discord via PMs or whatever. He's really, I suppose, invested in modders' work. And that's quite a nice thing. I think there are a lot of developers that provide mod tools, but usually that's as far as it goes, isn't it? Like, for example, CA. They provide a limited amount of... There used to be a lot of mod tools, but they provide a limited amount of mod tools and then just kind of wash their hands of the whole process.
Yeah, if you can't do it, then that's it. But I think that might also be to do with how they're a bit more stringently tied to their publisher, and their time is a little bit less free.
That's true, actually. I suppose you could suggest that perhaps Blair has the opportunity to interact with us in the way that he does, because not only is he the main developer of Sins, he's also, of course, the CEO of Ironclad. So
yeah,
so he can use his time as he sees fit, really, can't he?
Exactly. Unlike, say, the people who came up with the mod tools for Creative Assembly, who then, once that's done, are immediately put onto another task.
That's true. Yeah, you've got a good point there. I think that is a fair point. Mind you, I don't suppose we should discount Stardock either. They're pretty good at engaging with the modding community.
Yeah, that's very true.
And yeah, Ironclad and Stardock are they're intrinsically linked in various ways, but they are separate companies. Right, anyway, I'm going to go. You have been very quiet, Marsal. We should have a chat soon. I'll be missing you, my man. I'll see you guys in the next stream. If you guys are interested in 7 Days to Die, hop over to Twitch, which is twitch.com/Girl Survives, and I'll be on there probably in about 10-15 minutes. See you shortly.